Let me take you to the African savannah, a place where survival isn't just a way of life, it's the only way. From brutal storms to relentless droughts, this land is a fierce battlefield. As the sun rises, painting the sky with fiery oranges, the chase begins again. But this isn't a place for spectators. It's raw, it's real, and it's a test of endurance you'll never forget. In this wild world, it's a constant battle between life and death. Herds of wildebeest march across the plains, desperate for water, unaware that behind them lions wait like silent ghosts in the tall grass. Every step, every breath, is a race against time. The prey must keep moving while the predators move in, patient and deadly. But the savannah is no easy place for anyone. Zebras, wildebeest, and gazelles fight not just the predators, but the harsh environment itself. The sun bakes the earth, the grass crackles beneath their feet, and every misstep could mean the difference between life and death. This is the ultimate test of endurance. It's not just about strength. It's about outlasting the odds. The savannah doesn't give up its secrets easily, but if you're lucky enough to witness its raw power, you'll understand why only the toughest survive here. Help. Who's your pick for the ultimate survivor of the savannah? Drop a comment below. Let's see who's tougher. If you love the wild, let's hit that like button and share this story with anyone who needs to see the untamed beauty of Africa. Beneath the calm surface of the flooded rivers in the heart of the African savannah, crocodiles are waiting, eyes locked on the prize. Every year, as wildebeest and zebras cross these swift rivers during their migration, they're met by a deadly ambush. Only 70% of zebras make it through this brutal journey. But here's the thing. Survival is never guaranteed. It's a race against time, a game of chance, and a test of endurance for every creature, whether predator or prey. The African savannah is more than just golden grasslands stretching to the horizon. It's a battleground, a place where life is hard-earned and every day is a fight for survival. Stretching across 20% of Earth's land surface, it's one of the oldest and most abundant ecosystems on the planet. This land wasn't always like this. Millions of years ago, dense forests gave way to the wide open grasslands we see today. And with that change came a choice for every animal: adapt or perish. This isn't just about the survival of the fittest, it's about resilience. From the mighty wildebeest to the elusive lions, every species in the savannah is pushed to its limits. And yet, life thrives here, fueled by a perfect balance between predator and prey, land and sky. The African savannah is a place of extremes. The rains come in a flash, soaking the land before the scorching sun quickly dries everything up. And every creature from the smallest bird to the massive elephant must adapt to these rapid shifts or risk fading into history. Next, we shall take a look. The savannah isn't just land, it's life itself. Home to over 8,000 species of plants, countless mammals, birds, and reptiles, it's a biome that's as diverse as it is unforgiving. In the skies above, more than 2,000 bird species soar, from powerful predators to flocks of migrating birds. In the wetlands, crocodiles, hippos, and hundreds of other species fight for their place in the food chain, all playing their part in this extraordinary ecosystem. Plants here are more than just food. They're essential to the health of the entire ecosystem, helping to regulate the climate and support the creatures that call the savanna home. At the heart of all this lies the Serengeti, a place you've probably heard of, a sprawling 1,200 square miles of life. Located between Tanzania and Kenya, it's a biodiversity hotspot with over 70 species of large mammals and 500 bird species. It's where nature plays out on a grand scale, the Great Migration, where millions of wildebeests and zebras move in massive herds, trying to survive the harsh elements and even harsher predators. The Serengeti is home to one of nature's most incredible spectacles, the Great Migration. Every year, like clockwork, millions of animals make their way from the Serengeti in Tanzania to the Masai Mara in Kenya, chasing the promise of fresh grass and abundant water. It's a journey that spans over 1,800 miles, and believe me, it's not for the faint of heart. The cycle starts with the rains, from November to May. When the rains come, the grass grows thick and green, and the herbivores, wildebeests, zebras, gazelles, flourish. But as the dry season sets in from June to October, everything changes. The once lush grasslands turn brittle, the rivers dry up, and the land becomes a test of survival. So, these animals, 1.5 million wildebeest, 250,000 zebras, and hundreds of thousands of other herbivores, pack up and head out, driven by the need to find food and water. It's a trek through the harshest terrain on the planet, crossing dry plains and dangerous rivers, all while being stalked by predators ready to strike at any moment. The sheer scale of it is breathtaking. It's not just a migration, it's a battle between life and death, where the stakes are high and the risks are constant. But these animals don't stop. They keep moving forward, driven by instinct and the hope of reaching the Masai Mara, where the promise of fresh grass and renewal awaits. And let me tell you, there's something humbling about watching this unfold. The determination, the sheer will to survive, it's like nothing else. The wildebeest and zebras don't just sustain themselves, they drive the whole ecosystem. As they graze and move through the land, they help regenerate the vegetation. And the predators, the lions, leopards, and hyenas, they play their part too, keeping everything in balance. This migration isn't just one of the world's most incredible natural events. It's vital to the very survival of the Serengeti and the Masai Mara ecosystems. The herbivores feed the predators, with around 3,000 to 3,500 lions depending on them for food. It's a perfect cycle. One that's been running for millennia. And it's nothing short of miraculous. If you've ever watched the Serengeti come to life, you know it's a place where the circle of life is anything but peaceful. It's raw, it's brutal. Every year, around 6,000 wildebeests and thousands of zebras become the victims of the Serengeti's apex predators, the lions. This predation isn't just about survival for the lions. It's a necessary part of keeping the whole ecosystem in balance. The lions, known as Panthera leo, are the second largest big cats in the world, just behind the Siberian tiger, and they're considered Africa's most powerful predators. But here's the thing. These kings of the savannah don't rely solely on raw strength. They're smart, they're tactical, and they hunt as a team. A typical lion pride consists of 10 to 15 members, with the lionesses doing most of the hunting. They're patient and methodical, using their agility and intelligence to track and ambush their prey, usually targeting the weak, the young, or the elderly. These lionesses work like a well-oiled machine, surrounding their target and cutting off all escape routes. It's teamwork at its finest. Meanwhile, the males, with their massive manes and bone-shaking roars, they can be heard up to 5 miles away, play a crucial role too. They use their raw power to protect the pride, defending them against rival males and those relentless hyena packs always lurking in the background. And speaking of hyenas, let's talk about one of the lion's most formidable rivals, the spotted hyenas. Crocuta. You've probably heard of them, but they're more than just scavengers. Despite what you may think, 60 to 75% of their meals come from their own hunts. Hyenas are social predators, often hunting in packs of up to 80. What's wild about them is their matriarchal society, where females call the shots. They're a well-coordinated, highly strategic group that can take down animals much larger than themselves. During the Serengeti migration, hyenas take full advantage of the wildebeest herds crossing the Maro River, picking off the weak and the exhausted. In fact, about 25% of the wildebeest fatalities during the migration are due to hyenas and other predators. And don't underestimate the hyena's bite. With a bite force that can hit 1,100 pounds per square inch, it's nearly double that of a lion's, which averages around 650. That's some serious jaw power. But here's something that might surprise you. Hyenas aren't just skilled hunters. They play an incredibly important role in keeping the environment clean. They help prevent disease by scavenging carcasses and making sure the ecosystem stays balanced. In their own way, they're nature's cleanup crew. It's fascinating to see how these two predators, lions and hyenas, constantly clash and compete in this harsh environment. The Serengeti is a place where survival is earned, and every day is a fight to stay on top of the food chain. The Serengeti's vast grasslands are the perfect backdrop for one of nature's most breathtaking sights, the cheetah. These incredible animals, Acinonyx jubatus, race across the plains like a golden streak of lightning, reaching speeds up to 58 miles per hour. That's not just fast, it's jaw-dropping. They're the fastest land animals on Earth, and this speed is their ticket to catching their favorite prey, the Thompson's antelope. One of the Serengeti's most abundant species. Cheetahs aren't night hunters like lions or hyenas. They hunt during the day when the competition is less fierce, using their sharp eyesight to spot prey from afar. Once they've locked onto their target, it's time to get close. They move quietly through the tall grass, stalking their prey, getting as close as 100 to 130 feet. Then, with a burst of speed, they're off. Their lightweight, muscular bodies and long legs let them cover ground quickly, and they use their long tails to stay balanced as they tear across the uneven savanna. But speed isn't everything. Running at top speed takes a lot of energy, and they can only sustain it for 20 to 30 seconds. That means every chase must count. The thrill of watching a cheetah race across the plains is incredible, but the real challenge is how quickly they have to make it happen. Even after they catch their prey, their victory is far from guaranteed. Cheetahs are vulnerable to losing their hard-won meal to more powerful scavengers like hyenas and lions. The odds aren't in their favor. As of the latest 2023 report from the IUCN, there are only about 200 cheetahs left in the Serengeti. Their survival is a constant battle, not just against their prey, but against the clock and the ever-present threat from other predators. It's a race, not only for food but for survival. It's humbling to witness such raw determination, and I can't help but feel a deep respect for these incredible creatures. What do you think? In the Serengeti, it's not just the big game that makes an impression. Up in the skies, life is just as intense. Over 500 bird species call this place home, each playing a unique role in the ecosystem. One standout is the marabou stork, with the largest land bird in terms of wingspan. Watching one soar through the sky, you can't help but be amazed by its size and grace. Known as the Undertaker bird, the marabou stork has a chilling appearance. From behind, its wings and back resemble a dark cloak, while its long white legs look like skeletal limbs. The name fits. These birds are nature's cleanup crew, often found around swamps, grasslands, and the kill sites of lions and hyenas. When predators leave their meals behind, the marabou swoops in, using its powerful beak to clear away carcasses, preventing the spread of disease and keeping the ecosystem in balance. But the Serengeti is just one piece of Africa's vast tropical savanna. Take the Zambian Miombo woodlands, an incredible ecosystem that spans Zambia, Zimbabwe, Angola, and Mozambique. This region is home to towering trees like Brachystegia and Julbernardia, which do more than just stand tall. They absorb carbon, helping mitigate climate change while offering shelter and food to countless species below. It's a delicate balance, with each part of the ecosystem working together to create something greater than the sum of its parts. Every time I see these ancient trees or watch the marabou storks do their work, I can't help but feel awe. The Serengeti, the Miombo woodlands, it's all part of a timeless cycle that's been evolving for millions of years. And it's a reminder of how much we can learn from the wild world around us. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. The shrubs and grasses of the savanna are built to survive extremes, long dry seasons, and unpredictable rainfall. The animals here, like the African bush elephant, have evolved to handle it all. The African bush elephant, Loxodonta africana, is the largest land animal alive today. Some can stand 13 feet tall and weigh up to 2 to 900 pounds. But it's not just their size that's impressive. Elephants are ecosystem architects. They consume up to 330 pounds of vegetation daily, constantly on the move, especially in the dry season. Their massive footsteps create paths that allow other species to access new areas. Yet the survival of these giants is in jeopardy. The IUCN listed them as endangered in 2021 due to habitat loss and poaching. Still, thanks to conservation efforts, their numbers are rising. In 2023, there were 500 elephants in Zambia and Zimbabwe, a promising sign for the future. In the harsh heat and relentless droughts of the Miombo woodlands, two antelope species stand as true survivors, the kudu and the sable antelope. These animals have evolved remarkable survival skills, playing a crucial role in the delicate balance of the ecosystem. The kudu, with its majestic spiraled horns, is an icon of the woodlands. Standing up to 5 feet tall and weighing nearly 600 pounds, they navigate through thick forests, feeding on tough old leaves that few other creatures can stomach. It's a survival tactic honed over time, thriving in a landscape where food and water are always in short supply. Then there's the sable antelope, a sleek, black beauty with long, curved horns. Weighing up to 550 pounds, these antelopes move in tight herds, constantly on the move in search of what little food the Miombo has to offer. With around 7,500 sable antelope roaming the grasslands in 2023, they're a living testament to the endurance required to thrive in such a tough environment. It's amazing to think about how these animals have adapted to the extremes of their world. Their resilience is a reminder of the power of nature to find balance, even in the harshest conditions. Let me know what you think. These survivors are truly something else, right? In the heart of the central Zambezi and Miombo woodlands, there's a predator that commands respect: the African wild dog. Known for their remarkable hunting prowess, these dogs have a success rate of up to 80%, far outstripping even lions or hyenas. What sets them apart isn't just speed, it's their strategy. A pack, typically 10 to 20 strong, works like a well-oiled machine, each member playing a specific role. Together, they wear down their prey, sometimes even tackling wildebeest or buffalo, animals much larger than themselves. It's teamwork at its finest, and it's awe-inspiring to watch. But the wild dogs aren't just exceptional hunters. They're vital to the ecosystem. By keeping herbivore populations in check, they prevent overgrazing, allowing the land to recover and thrive. Yet, despite their critical role, these incredible predators are on the brink. With only around 6,000 wild dogs left across Africa and just 500 to 600 in the Miombo region, these animals face a real fight for survival. Poaching, disease, and genetic isolation are pushing them closer to extinction. If we don't act now, the wild dog's incredible legacy may be lost forever. What do you think? These dogs are true survivors, but they need our help to keep running. Leaving behind the dry woodlands and vast grasslands of Zambia's Miombo, a new journey unfolds in West Africa. This is the Guinea Savannah woodland, a stunning blend of forest and grassland that stretches across Guinea, Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Togo. It's one of the rare places where two ecosystems that seem so different coexist in perfect harmony. Leaving the transitional zone of the Guinean forest's Savannah mosaic behind, we enter the tough and unforgiving world of the Somali Acacia comifera bushlands. Spanning northeastern Kenya, southeastern Ethiopia, and much of Somalia, this is one of Africa's harshest ecosystems, where rainfall is unpredictable, dry spells are long, and temperatures stay hot, ranging from 77 degrees to 86 degrees.
Music licensing reimagined.
In this tough terrain, spiny trees like acacia and commiphora stand tall as life's pillars. Their resilience to drought makes them essential, offering shade and much-needed food for the wildlife that calls this place home. The creatures here, too, have adapted in extraordinary ways to survive the brutal conditions. One such survivor is the Revered zebra, with only around 2,800 individuals left as of 2023, according to the Revered Zebra Trust. It's the rarest and largest zebra species in the world. Standing at up to 5 feet tall and weighing close to 1,000 pounds, their narrower black and white stripes and larger, rounder ears aren't just for show. They help with hearing and cooling their bodies in the scorching heat.
Artlist.io.
Revered zebras have mastered survival in this dry region. They can go long stretches without water, relying on sparse grass for sustenance. Small herds travel long distances to find water, playing a crucial role in the ecosystem by controlling grass growth and keeping the vegetation in check. In a place where every day is a struggle for survival, these zebras are a powerful symbol of resilience, showing us how life can adapt to the harshest conditions. Their ability to thrive in such a harsh world is not just inspiring, it's a reminder of the delicate balance we must protect in the wild.
Music licensing reimagined.
Blue skies stretch over a rugged, fire-scarred land where life persists against all odds. In the temperate savanna of southern Africa, the white rhinoceros stands as a symbol of resilience, a creature that thrives in adversity. With its towering frame, the white rhino is not just one of the largest land mammals, it's a living testament to survival. Weighing up to 5,500 pounds and stretching 13 feet in length, the white rhino is an imposing figure. Its broad, square-shaped mouth, perfectly adapted for grazing, and its formidable horns, which can grow up to 65 inches long, give it a presence that commands respect. These horns, made of keratin, the same substance as our hair and nails, are not just a symbol of its power, but also the reason why it faces relentless threats from poachers. Once nearly wiped from the face of the earth, the white rhino's survival is a remarkable story of perseverance. By the late 1800s, fewer than 20 individuals remained. Today, thanks to intense conservation efforts, their numbers have climbed to around 1,800 across Africa, a victory against the odds. But the fight isn't over. Poaching continues to plague the species, with more than 450 rhinos killed in South Africa in 2022 alone. These killings are driven by the demand for their horns in the illegal market, and this ongoing threat looms over the species' future. Despite these challenges, white rhinos play a crucial role in the ecosystem. Their massive appetite, consuming up to 265 pounds of grass a day, helps maintain the balance of the grasslands. By grazing on short grasses, they prevent overgrowth, allowing other plants and wildlife to flourish. Their daily struggle to survive is more than a battle for food. It's a fight to sustain the delicate balance of life in the savannah.